Good morning, YouTube. I thought I'd do a short video on my modest heliamphora collection. I know it's predominantly Nepenthes that we look at, but I do have a heliamphora collection, and every now and again you might see them. But I thought today, for the heliamphora lovers amongst us and the followers, I thought I'd give you a little taste of what we've got. So this is what I describe as the overspill from the main tank. It's mainly overspill and juvenile plants that I'm bringing on from kind of this stage, juvenile stage, where they start to produce small adult pitchers, and then they progress to the tank on the other side, and everything in the tank is not for sale. And most of the things in this area are for sale. So these are the overspill. We'll start off with probably one of the more common species, and even though it's a common species, hybrid I should say, it's no less beautiful, and I think this is a cracking introduction into heliamphora. This is Heterodoxa cross minor. Don't get it confused with Heterodoxa cross Newtons. A lot of these are sold as Heterodoxa cross Newtons, but they aren't. They're Heterodoxa cross minor. And the giveaway or the tell is in the nectar spoon. I don't class myself as an expert on heliamphora, but if you speak to a few people that know their stuff, they will tell you that this is Heterodoxa cross minor. And again, also there's those who will argue no, it's Newtons, but I'm pretty convinced it's minor. As I say, quite a common heliamphora, but makes fantastic little clumps. And I mean, the pictures, you get a bit of light on it and they are absolutely fantastic. Lovely vein in there, and beautiful nectar spoons. A really cracking species to start with, and they pretty much are bomb proof. Give them plenty of light, good humidity, and good rainwater or RO water, and they will reward you with a nice big clump like that, which, to be fair, I could divide that now into probably another 3-4 plants, just by tipping it out of the pot and finding the places where it's kind of wanting to be divided, and then just easily or gently teasing it apart, and all of a sudden you've propagated 3 or 4 plants out of one. So they're Heterodoxa cross minor, kind of what we call a starter species. As you can see, that plant there and all those plants there came from one division, and they are, well, 2 of them are probably ready for dividing again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's another one in the tank, 5. Out of the 5, 3 are ready to divide. So potentially I could have, by the end of a dividing session, probably 8, 9 plants. So this is actually Heterodoxa Newtons. This is pure Newtons, and if you look at the nectar spoon on this, zoom in for you and getting it focus. Needs a dark background. There we go. No. Stand by. Let's find somewhere it will focus. There we go. Look at the nectar spoon on that. This is pure Newtons. And then you look at the nectar spoon on the Heterodoxa, you'll see that there's no gap underneath the nectar spoon. It could be argued that the Heterodoxa makes the gap, because Heterodoxa does have a gap, but that's pure Newtons. Lovely plant. What else we got in here? What's this one? This one is actually Heterodoxa cross Newtons, albeit it's a small one. But you can see what I'm saying about the top. This one's missing the nectar spoon, but you already get the picture. But then if you look at heliamphora minor, this is a pure minor, and look at the nectar spoon on minor. Won't get to focus again. There you go. There you go. Look at the nectar spoon on minor. Almost identical to the nectar spoon down on there. So, what else we got in here? These are mainly small, what I call smalls anyway. So then, let's move across to the big stuff, shall we? It's not me breaking wind, that's me sitting on my stool. Let's start off with heliamphora cyclops. This is a big old girl. This is actually ready for dividing now. It's not far off outgrowing the pot, and I will be dividing it very soon. I might just actually leave it and see how much it's that heavy. I'm struggling to hold it. The pot is really heavy. As you can see, really vigorous, fast growing, nice big wide mouth pictures. This could do with more light. However, I mean, it's under a Spider Farmer SP 2000, which basically would cook you a good steak in 10 minutes, and this thing just shrugs it off and refuses to colour up. As you can see, it's borderline etiolated. The odd picture is turning there, bit of colour coming into that one, but it's I'd say it's borderline etiolated. Flared pitcher mouths, small spoons. I think it definitely needs more light. So I'm gonna have to try. I think I'm gonna have to try different lights. More expense, more money, but we do it for our plants, I suppose. So that is heliamphora cyclops. And staying on the big side of things, This is heliamphora Godzilla. Absolute beast of a plant. I'd say that picture is from base to tip. It's as long as my forearm, so I'd say that's getting on for 2 foot, 24 inches. Amazing, the most amazing nectar spoon, and I'll show you here. This thing is absolutely amazing. If I can get it to focus, there you go. Look at that thing, the nectar on that. Absolutely gorgeous. Not the most common of heliamphora, and if you do, or if you are lucky enough to come across it, you can expect to pay a fair amount for it, as did I. But as I say, they don't come along very often, and I'll suffer the consequences with her indoors as and when. There you go. Heliamphora Godzilla. Next up we have Heliamphora heterodoxa cross Ionaceae. Ionaceae is a big plant. Ionaceae is a big heliamphora. Heterodoxa, again, is a decent size. Put the two together, you get this. And it's got the most amazing gold sheen. I don't know if you can pick it up in the light. It's the inside of the pictures look like they've been sprayed gold. In certain light catches it. It's amazing. I'm in love with this plant. This plant is amazing. It really is a fantastic heliamphora. Huge, big nectar spoons. Nice fat body. It's got the heterodoxa shape and the Ionaceae shape. Overall great plant. I love that plant. Put that down, and let's see if I can pronounce it correctly. Next up, Heliamphora sarrasinioides, or sarrasinioides. Yeah, sarrasinioides, like Nepenthes aristocloides. This is Heliamphora sarrasinioides. Very unusual nectar spoon. There's not actually a spoon. It's more a I don't know what you call it. It's like a flap on top. You can see the nectar there. It's covered. Wide open mouth, and pretty unusual shape. Great plant. Love it. Happy to have that in the collection. One of my favourite plants. They're all my favourites, but I do love Heliamphora parva. Great plant. I love the shape of it. I love the way it grows. It reminds me of, and I'm not going to be sexist here, but it reminds me of a group of gentlemen having some sort of discussion. Is what I'm what I'm minded of when I look at it. It just reminds me of a group of blokes standing around talking, and the kids messing around at the bottom. That's just me. That's my my weird perspective on it. Group of blokes talking, a load of kids playing around the bottom there. Heliamphora parva. Next up, we have, this is a hybrid cross. This is Ionaceae killer giant, which I believe is a Wisterbur production. This is Ionaceae killer giant crossed with Pulchella, and you can see the Pulchella in it straight away. Nice hairy, pictures, but it's got this amazing pink hue to it. The pictures are absolutely beautiful, lovely pink hue all the way around. And those, there you go, if I put it in the light a little bit, you might be able to see it a bit better. Those Pulchella hairs there. Great plant. Let's put that down. We've got a few of them there. Where's the purpuressens? I'm not going to lean in and get it out, but just in there, as you can see there, we've got heliamphora purpuressens with the unusual nectar spoon. And then over the back here, we've got, and I hope I can pronounce it right, those three there are heliamphora tate duida cross folliculata. Nice pale yellow pictures, quite tall, beautiful beautiful shape on them. Really like that that cross, produces some cracking pictures. Down here we've got heliamphora huberoi, which is ordinarily my favourite plant. I love huberoi, but at the moment mine's looking a bit scruffy. It's covered in sooty mould from the nectar, but it'll bounce back. It's just putting out a new picture there. It's put out a couple of new pictures, and it'll tidy itself up. Oh yeah, I've got a just noticed, got a flower spike over there. That's heliamphora collina, which is flowering up here. Nice. Hadn't had a flower spike for a while. That's a nice surprise. Oh, there is a big purpuressens with the weird picture. That's another tate over there. But what I really wanted to show you, and this is for me, the pinnacle of keeping heliamphora. Let's just change my grip and see if I can pronounce this right. Heliamphora McDonaldi. Look at that. Isn't that something else? This plant has been on my want list for 2-3 years at least, and I kept asking and putting on groups. I needed one, and then finally, not going to say who it was, but somebody came to my rescue and gave me a division of it. And funnily enough, at the same time, I managed to get one off somebody else as well. So now, not only one, I've got two, and that made me really happy. But what an absolutely fantastic plant this is. The other pictures, no veination on them. Prior to me getting this, they obviously hadn't been getting enough light, and within probably a month of being with me, it's already putting out that, which is, zoom in for you. Look at those veins, just something else. It really is something else. Amazing. That's number one. And number two, there's a new picture. Let's get you somewhere in. New picture just forming, and I can already see the veins on the outside. That is going to be another really veiny picture. Happy days, really happy with that. Really happy with that. Right, we're at 20 minutes, and I don't want to go much over it because I have found that if I keep it under 30 minutes, everything seems to upload a lot quicker. So that is a little look at my heliamphora collection. I've got to get all these back in there now. But there you go. What else was I going to show you while I was here? There was something I was going to show you. I can't think what it was now. Oh. The Miranda has just popped. We all know Miranda is common as muck, but it does put out the most beautiful pictures. And that one looks like it's going to be no exception. I love Maxima anyway. I'm a big Maxima fan, and Miranda, yeah, does it for me every time. As you can see, I like my Maxima. I've got a few Maxima in here. That Loei ventricosa picture that I was talking about on my last video, it's still going. This one's going to be quite a chonker by the looks of it. Really chuffed with that. That's the next biggest one I've had. So I'm hoping this one, when it pops, is going to have a lot of the Loei features, like the wide mouth, which I think it's going to have. Looking at the line around there, it's going to have quite a big mouth on it. Quite a big peristome mouth. Oh, Sibianensis, pure Sib. Not far off popping a picture. As we peek through the undergrowth here, there's that Babigiae that was supposed to be seed grown, which, well, we'll tell when this picture opens what it might be. All the Candy Dreams crosses are doing really well, and they've all got stripes, which I'm really happy about. Actually, this one up here is on the verge of opening a new picture. This should be interesting. And a leaf jump. That's the last picture. As you can see, good and stripy, as we like them. So, be really interested to see what this looks like when that pops. If you have any questions about anything you've seen, don't be scared to ask. Find me some questions in the comments if you want to ask anything. Somebody did mention to me a while ago, on the last couple of videos, have I ever had thrips? And the answer to that is, I've had everything in this tent. I've had thrips, mites, green fly, white fly. I've had them all. The tent, as it stands at the moment, is, I'm going to say it, completely pest free. And I'll probably jinx myself now, no doubt. But it is completely pest free. There's nothing really walking or crawling on any of these plants that I don't want. And that includes thrips and mites. Thrips, and I'm probably going to get shot down for saying this now, but this is my personal opinion. Thrips are easy to get rid of. Like any pest, they are. I haven't struggled to get rid of them. But my secret is no secret. My secret is I spend a lot of time in this shed. I'm in this shed. I'm lucky enough to be in the position where I'm retired, and I'm in this shed probably 3, 4, 5 hours a day, and I know every plant. I know every centimetre of every plant, and I can walk in here, and I don't say this in a bragging way. I can walk in here and cast my eyes over these plants, and I know if something's out of place. I know if something's moved. I know if something's crawling on a leaf. I see it immediately, because I'm not used to coming in here and just looking at plants and thinking, oh, that looks different, or yeah, there's something wrong with that. Nothing escapes my eye. But I'm like Sauron. Nothing escapes my eye. And to get rid of pests, basically, you just need to be on top of your plants. If you're checking your plants on a regular basis, and I mean daily, so you're looking at your plants daily, and something appears, i.e. mites or thrips, and you're checking them daily, you can get on top of it really quickly, and you can stop the spread. If you're not checking your plants daily and you're leaving them 3-4 days between going in and looking at the plants, then yeah, things are going to happen. That's all they need. You give thrips and mites 3 or 4 days unchecked, and they will go to town. They will really go to town, especially in this environment where it's warm, it's humid, plenty of light, and boom, they're away, and it's a breeding fest. Before you know it, instead of having one plant with thrips, you've got 20 plants with thrips. Instead of having one plant with mites, they're everywhere. So it's just being on top of checking your plants. That's all I'll say. That's basically that's how I work. I'm in here, I come in here, and I'll go over everything. Something don't look right, get it out, take a better look at it. If it needs treating, treat it, treat the plants next to it. If I come in here now and I find this plant has got thrips, this plant goes outside, it gets treated, and 4 or 5 plants around it will all get treated as well. If I come in, their adults are on here, and I kill all the adults, I'll be expecting to find larvae a couple of weeks after. So I'll be ready for it. I'll be watching for the eggs to hatch and the larvae to appear, and as soon as they do, boom, they get taken care of, and it just stops the spread. So just a little tip there. Right, it's 27 minutes. I'm going to call this one, and I'll probably see you very soon. I'll upload another video, and if there's anything specific you want to see, let me know. Put it in the comments, and we'll get it done. Please like, subscribe. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. I am desperately trying to get my figures up, my subscriber number up over 200. That would be an absolutely massive milestone for me. So please share the videos, like, subscribe, share. Do me a massive favour. I thank you all, and I'm checking out. Have a good day.